starting a little bit late on TC, but it's all good. I'll make up for it with like 1,200 kills or something. Already got Arthur all geared up for this specific run. Somewhere around 1,200, 1,300, depending upon how quick I clear. So yeah, I'm starting about 4 minutes late, 3 or 4 minutes late. But usually I can make up for that loss of time if I just stay concentrated on what I'm doing. Probably turn that down just a little bit. Yeah, if I don't get distracted. I just got distracted trying to turn down the speakers. I want to go grab food before this, but now my food's just gonna sit here and get cold. Always got something to have to do. Eating can wait, I guess. Had to work like I don't know, on a weird schedule now as far as work is concerned. It's hard to try to find time to do much. I'll have to work something out. Attack too late. Sonaxales, hello. I'm not really doing much at the moment, just training center. Grinding and training center. Which isn't too bad, just same thing usually. Not much different happens in training center. Same old, same old. This is more or less a time for me to talk about things or whatever. I can just kind of sit here and have Arthur one-shot everything, and people can ask me questions, I guess, and I can sort of answer them without getting distracted too much. Manu S, hello. And Ancient. What's up? Yeah, that's the newer Scorpion. Ice Hell Scorpion. I still need to figure out the proc stats for the Ice Scorpion. It's a level 20 compared to the level 10 Golden Sand Hell Scorpion. So gotta calculate that somehow whenever I have time. Once I get it calculated, then I'll be able to put it on the decoration guide that I have, or not decoration, the mountain guide that I have. But yeah, it's a cool mount. It has some decent stats, to be honest. It's not great, but it's a lot better than the old version. Like compared to the Fenrir, it's got about like two-third the effect of its stats, pretty much. Has like 600 to 700 or something like that attack power. Or was it? I can't remember exactly how much it was. Yeah, okay, 620 to 720. Its defense is almost 13,000, which isn't too bad compared to the Fenrir's 15,000. Keep on having to close the window so that I can look at this and I have to bring it back up. Strength and dexterity. It doesn't have intelligence, and vitality is 480. So yeah, each of its stats is about 2/3 the effectiveness, or somewhere around that, as far as compared to the Fenrir, the Feral Fenrir. Yeah, it's got about 100 less of each stat, and it doesn't have intelligence, period. Which, yeah, so it's not really good for magic users. It's got a level 20 proc, level 20 skill, so I'll have to do the stat calculation like I said before to know exactly how useful it is as far as the proc. Oh, it's a defensive proc, so it would just heal. Excuse me. This is the Atlantica music. Like, it's just the random music that they have in the playlist. It's whatever's in the soundtrack. What mount will follow the Scorpion? Hopefully the Archangel. Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about, sorry. You're talking about which mount's going to be next month. I don't know. Nobody knows that. They're doing all the mounts for each version. I think it's the same. But I'm not exactly sure. So, I have no idea. It's whatever we get, I guess. I'd have to look more into Korea and the Korea Atlantica and see if they have any extra mounts that we don't have that are based on the monthly updates or whatever. Whatever the fuck. Upgrades. No, I won't. If anything, I'll just get the Archangel clothes set. Probably. The Archangel mount will probably be way too much. Not worth the price. And I like the Fenrir too much to let go. They'd have to make a mount that gives like 30% or 20% attack power with like some god stats and like, I don't know. They'd have to give something that's a lot better than the Fenrir for me to actually want to change out the mount. To be honest, the mount's not even really that important for my character because I mainly use my clown for damage. So a proc mount for me is kind of just pointless. considering I focus all my damage with my clown. So honestly, it would be better or more beneficial for my main character to have a defensive mount like the Tarantula or something. The Archangel, it's already broken. They haven't fixed it for PvP. It already does like 20k damage to a form or something like that. It's ridiculous. So whoever has the Archangel mount in free league, just or whatever league, just destroys. It's literally just the mount. But as far as like the proc damage, I don't actually have the stats for it. I still need to look those up, or ask somebody, or find the source. I don't know. Just I haven't gotten around to messing with the most recent mount stats. Those two, the Ice Hell Scorpion and the Archangel. Guess I'll get to it when I get to it. The Archangel mount's still not officially in Atlantica, North America, even though there are, I think, some people that have it because of that whole prize thing. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what happened, but they've been talking about the mount proc being broken in PvP, and I think they were talking about it in Korea because that's where I saw the screenshots of it. So I don't think the mount is in North America. I can't remember what was the prizes. It was clothes, I know. The outfit, I know. Decoration, I think, was another prize. And I think that was it, to be honest. So I don't think they passed around the mount at all. So the mount, as far as I know, is unreleased. I just can't remember what they put as the prize. But yeah, I'll have to do my own research on those new mount procs to update the sheet that I have, the resources that I have. But I'll eventually get to that. Just probably not today or within the couple of days. I might get around to it within the week, hopefully. Thanks for the subscribe, Senoxalis. I don't know if you're still here. Can't tell exactly who is watching. What do you mean how so? What are you responding how so to? In what context? I don't pay attention to the other AO item markets or item malls. Hajiro. There's no reason for me to pay attention to their other item malls. As far as the other regions, the only thing I pay attention to is what updates they get. Not specific items and, well, I guess sometimes the items, if the item comes with the update, yes. Or an event or whatever. But even some events I kind of ignore from other regions because I figure we won't get most of them. Well, Korea. It depends really. But there is a I guess a smart way to look at what we'll probably get and what we'll probably not get. Mostly just assumptions, but when it comes to individual items, I ignore those and I look mostly at just the releases. Whatever they release in an update or a patch, then I pay attention to that because there's a possibility they might release the patch in a similar fashion to us. There's always the chance that that patch will be nerfed, stats will be changed, that it'll be a bit different. Certain items they pass around for the event or the update will be varied. Nothing will always be the same whenever it comes to different regions. That's the reason why that region, I have that region list to show exactly how different we are from the other regions. Korea gets just about everything. Japan usually gets almost the opposite of what we get. And Europe, Atlantica Europe usually gets nothing. Well, the bare minimum. So we're not unlucky as far as updates are concerned. As far as updates are concerned, Europe is getting shit on. While Japan gets some of the similar stuff that Korea gets, but then for whatever reason they decide to not give Japan certain things and then to give those things that they didn't give Japan to us. I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense, but from what I reasoned from that list, is mostly that. But yeah, definitely Korea gets just about everything. And it's mostly because Korea is kind of the test server. See what works and what doesn't. I understand the reasoning because Korea is probably the server that they really care about as far as, I think it's a pay-to-play. I can't remember exactly how it works out for Korea, but they obviously put more effort and time into the testing on Korea to see what works and what doesn't. And the other versions kind of just get a ported version of the updates. And then they decide whether or not the updates should pass through. It's not new, a new concept. Many other games do it. A game called Black Desert that I play from time to time. It was started in Korea 2 years ago, and then the North America version started a year ago, and the North America version is still getting patches a year later than the Korea version. So it's not an uncommon thing for wherever they started first for that version to get everything first or to get more content. It's just how it is, and you accept it. and a lot of people just can't accept it. They get mad because, oh, they have more stuff, but they don't understand that that's how it always was. That's how it began, and that's how it will always be. I am into the game, but right now I'm kind of on a break from it. It's just a good example to use because it's also a Korea game. It has some of the same kind of concepts and stuff like that. It's just a good reference to use to kind of compare to whenever I'm talking about Atlantica. And it's probably the game I'll move on to after Atlantica dies. I mean, let's be honest. But yeah. How am I doing on time? Yeah, 560, 34 minutes left. Ran out of my title. That should pop me back up to 367. Yep. I do enjoy this game, and I will enjoy it as long as it lasts, and as long as it remains somewhat okay. I'm content with what it is at the moment. I'm not happy, nor am I completely pissed. %50 attack power, it just means that it's easier to kill shit. That's all it really means. It means that it's easier for people to do things. They don't have to put as much effort into dungeons, and things will be cleared a lot faster, blah blah blah. People are just mad because it's been around for so long that Velo suddenly taking it away was just odd. But to be fair, in the times of Nexon, and whenever Nexon left us astray, there were times, months on end, weeks on end, where we just wouldn't have attack buffs. We had experience buffs every once in a while, workload, defense. Although defense is never really that high, it's usually pretty shitty. But the attack buffs, they come and go, and they're not always around. So people just need to accept that there's a possibility that there will be times that we will lose our buffs because they aren't something that's actually supposed to be always active. They are attack bonuses, or excuse me, they are bonuses for a reason. The whole term bonus, I mean, come on. So, yeah. For all I care, we could have nothing, just no bonuses at all, and I'd just work off of my own personal buffs and whatnot. Cakes and candies and whatever. As long as they give those out, I'm fine. I don't care. It's whenever they stop giving out cakes and candies and whatever other extra buffs is when it gets really rough, because you can't run things effectively without it some sort of extra buffage. So as long as they keep some sort of supply running, then it's fine. Whether you have to pay for it or whatever, as long as it's there. Not too bad. Probably 665 by the end of the. Ah, fuck, nope. I hit the fucking B. Okay, 667 at 30 minutes. It's not too bad. Should probably bring this window down. So at least, let's say 1300 by the end of this. Not too bad. It's about the same as I got yesterday. About last license supply, teleport blessing. They are giving blessings out. They're also in the daily login. And there's up to at least like 10 or so days in the daily login alone. There's also about another 2 days of blessing per paint that you get lucky with, so you can refresh that after a while. But that's not really that great. So it's mostly the daily login that gives at least some blessing. Mostly the thing for people I'd recommend is just saving your shit. Don't spend blessings, like don't use a whole bunch of 7-day blessings in a row. You save up and you stagger the blessings as much as you can whenever you actually run stuff. Granted, I run stuff all the time, so I usually have a blessing active. Or I usually activate a blessing if I don't have one active because I am running something that day. But even though I run stuff so often, I'm able to maintain the amount of blessings that I have. So I don't know how people don't do it, especially if they're really active in the game and they've done all the past events before. I don't know, maybe I'm just really conservative and know how to save mine. I still have like 10 7-day blessings and whatnot, so. But as far as like all the licenses, yeah, there are gonna be some that you're just not gonna have, like teleport or detail license or auto battle or anything like that. And I feel like blessing really is the only essential one. You could do without everything else. Blessing is really the only one that matters. I could do fine without a teleport. I've done it before. As far as auto battle, I do like having the auto battle license, but it's not necessary. So, yeah. What I think is stupid is that they haven't released the platinum packs yet. And yeah, Atlas is really expensive, so yeah, it's annoying to have to spend Atlas on any sort of license, but if you want it bad enough, then you will spend on it, so, and that's just how it is. But licenses, yeah, they are sort of a necessity as far as blessing and whatnot. And I think they should supply blessing at least in some sort of fashion, whether it's in events or whatnot. Honestly, I think they should have put a blessing license in the where you can claim your from the cherry blossoms or whatever. Like put, I don't know, like for every 100 cherry blossoms you get like a 3-day blessing or something like that. That would have been fine. I don't know about you, but I can AFK 152 without auto battle, and I don't have to cheat or guard or anything like that. But then again, I'm a dual main with an Arthur in the forum, so it's kind of easy. Other people wouldn't be able to do that. But you don't have to auto battle the game. You could just play the game. There's nothing that says you have to that you have to AFK in the game. So that's just how it is. Oh, well, that sucks. That's just, if Bowmain can't auto battle and whatever, yeah. Change class. I mean, it does suck that certain classes don't do well with auto battle. Blade Master is probably the one that is able to sustain the best. Yeah, Bowmain is OP. But the downside of Bowmain is that it's squishy. It's a glass cannon. And that's what you get out of it. You get exactly that, so. Blade Master is the auto battle main, while Bowmain's the boss killing main, so. You have to balance out one of the two. And if you don't like not being able to auto battle as efficiently, then you switch to Blade Master. That's just how it is. But of course, Bowmains are essential for Merlin and whatnot, so. Or not, well, yeah, second floor of Avalon. Some people figure out how to do it without a Bowmain, so I've seen a few staffs do really well. I've seen quite a few whip mains do pretty decently. It just depends. As long as the main has some sort of defense ignore, so cannons also, of course. But there's nothing in the game that says you have to AFK, and I don't know, people just assume that it's an essential thing, but it's not. Just like bonuses are not essential, just like licenses are not technically essential. The only thing you really want or need is the blessing license, so you don't lose your gold when you die. I mean, that's kind of important. But everything else is not essential. It's just time saving is really all it is. Just like the buff items are not essential, they're just time saving. And people confuse time saving with essential. We didn't leave any mobs alive, did we? Nah, they're all dead. Cool. I actually don't mind this event. This grind event is actually not too bad. There are some items that would be nice to actually be able to also get, but the fact that they give out the free news for 10 of the cherry blossoms each is really nice. The buff defense and attack items are pretty nice. I think I'm just gonna go with all the buff items that I can get, because those things are fucking priceless. But if they had blessing licenses or something, like 100 per 3 day or something like that, that would be nice as well. People would actually grind for that shit. But that just didn't happen. So I can only hope that the next event that they do, they put something like that in there. And the fact that there's no mercenaries to claim, that's also a pretty big downside. Free mercenaries really help with gaining Sorry, I just went on a brain fart. Player interest, population increase, activity, god damn it, something like that. But yeah, free mercenaries would be a really nice addition, but I mean, it's not there, so whatever. As far as, well, not exactly free, but of course you grind them. So say for instance a mercenary for 1,000 cherry blossoms. Pretty damn sure somebody would grind that. If it was like a patriot or something. Pretty fucking sure somebody would grind that. Same thing if there was like a clown for like 700 or something like that. Really depends. How to save money? Well, first get higher than level 20. You're not gonna make a lot of money from level 20, to be honest. Second, you run all the dungeons that are beneficial. I've made a whole dungeon list that is actually not too bad. Guild dungeons, nation dungeons help a lot too. Training center gives a lot of star stones. Indies that give star stones. Certain TBSs or raids that help as well. Raids are not exactly that much of a moneymaker, though. Not as much as they used to be. Mostly indies and dungeons. I guess OT is another good one. Well, certain OTs. I would avoid like the I don't know. I usually don't touch OT 9 because it's not really worth it in my opinion. There's not much good that comes out of it except for that one box, or maybe if it's the hot day, 2 boxes. So it's not that great. Whereas OT 8 is fucking amazing because you can get the Jupiter weapons, and it's like anywhere from, well, sometimes you get nothing, and then there's some days where you get like 7 Jupiter weapons from the one run. And OT 13 is really good if you if you have a lot of magic casters. I mean, OT 8 and 13 are kind of the same, just one's stronger than the other. And it really depends upon if you have good magic damage and defense ignore. And of course, good gears. Everything reflects upon what gears you have and what skills you have and how well your form is coordinated. You play like shit, you'll get shit. I mean, that's really simple. God damn it. Fucking flyer always lives. I'm not about to spend another AT point just to fucking get that one little fucker. Probably just go with like 1100 this round. Or this time around TC. Just because of these stupid fuckers staying alive. I'd say one of the biggest money makers in the game is Dark Abyss. Well, one of the biggest possibility of moneymaker in the game. Because if you get that instrument, that Dark Abyssal instrument, which you have 2 chances to get it, you have the 1 chance off of the main boss, and then you have another chance from the box. And either way, if you get the Dark Abyssal instrument, it's a ridiculous price. I can't even remember how much it's worth now. I ended up selling mine for about 1 trillion, which I know was under the price that I should have sold it, but I was just like, fuck it. +0 Dark Abyssal instrument. Gears, it's various places, but a lot of my gears I got before the inflation happened. It's yeah, a variation of sources, either from market, from trading, from Volcanus, from Atlas. It's really a very bad question to ask because it can be a variation of anything, to be honest. Nowadays you can lucky loot a +10. I've never done anything with that. The highest I ever lucky looted was I think a +6 Twilight something or other. Or maybe a, yeah, I think it was just a +6. Maybe 2 +6s. For whatever reason I remember looting 2 +6 Twilights at some time. Separate times. There are people that have looted a +10 Twilight or something awesome like that. And that's very rare, but it can happen. There's always a chance for it to happen. Of course, if you're grinding in a place that drops Twilight lucky loot. Like Training Center tends to drop legendary weapons and whatnot. I've seen people get instruments here. I've seen people get Lucifer rifles, the Korean version. That's where I got the Lucifer rifle here. I think one time I saw somebody get a Sword of Life song, so it really just depends how fucking lucky you are. Important thing is to get to level 160 or so, or at least 155, so that you can actually kill shit effectively. Yeah, I feel like the lucky loot rate at lower levels is higher, so lower level mobs, so you tend to get higher like pluses and whatnot the lower the mob level, but I'm not exactly sure what the rate is. It just feels like it is, because I remember getting like a +8 or something freezing as well before, or something stupid. I also got a, what was it, a +3 Dynasty sword at one time, and that was in Mausoleum. So that was really weird. That was a strange occurrence. So you can lucky loot just, I wouldn't say just about anything, but quite a few variations of weapons and armor and shit. And there are quite a few legendary weapons that you can lucky loot, just all based on luck. Hence the term lucky loot. RNG. It's getting towards the end here. 11 minutes left. I'm starting to get tired. Oh, this little fucker, if I can actually get him. Yeah, these flying fuckers. I hate these guys. They're so hard to hit too. Gotta make sure you hit them like right on the fucking middle spot. Their wings count towards nothing as far as clickable object. Oh, I like these guys though. Can I run Magic Diluted alone? I've never ran it alone, and I doubt I could. Yeah, it's it's nearly impossible to run that alone. You can run Underground Temple alone. Yes, that's possible. OT 14 can be ran alone. Yes. OT 15 can be ran alone as well. But Dark Abyssal, that one's rough. And it's mostly because just you have so little time to kill so many mobs that have all like some sort of high defense, and so you need to depend upon defense ignore and other things. I mean, it's not exactly hard as fuck, but it just takes a while. So I could duo it, but I don't think I can solo it. So yeah. And I honestly wouldn't want to solo it or duo it because it's just not worth the money. I'd rather split the key with somebody and then we all get the box, and yeah. Because otherwise it's a loss. There's no fucking winning from that, even if I do succeed in it. Like, all I get from it is bragging rights, and I could care less about just bragging rights. I mean, it would be nice though, of course. But no, I don't think I would ever do that. Mostly because it's just not profitable. Well, I guess unless I got the Dark Abyssal instrument, but that would happen regardless. And I usually say it's not worth running when the key is really expensive, but I wouldn't say there's a high chance of getting the Dark Abyssal instrument, but I've gotten it 3 separate times. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just really lucky. I don't have alts, no. I don't run with alts at all. Well, let me correct that. I do have alts, but they're for trading and only trading. So I have alts on this account that I use to go to other servers, but that's it. I prefer not to use alts. I used to have a level 170 alternate character, but I let them get what is it called? Deleted during the transfer. Mostly because I felt like it was cheating to have an alt, so I just was like, cut it off. I'd rather not. I'm very, I don't know, strict with the way I look at things, so it felt like cheating to me. To some other people, it doesn't feel like cheating, so whatever. Figured I'd be a hypocrite if I actually let that alt stick around. Hajiro is from Noldor, yeah. He's the guy that everybody blocks because they get annoyed with him constantly bugging people. And I don't think he purposely does it, but he does it unintentionally, so yeah. It annoys a lot of people. What do you mean no? You do annoy a lot of people. That's the fact. There are many people that have blocked you for bothering them. I don't know. It's not really something to debate because it's actually, yeah, something that happens. So. Cool. I'm neither in Noldor nor Sapientis. We made our own nation and said fuck it. 4 minutes left. I should be able to do 1300 this run. Shouldn't be too hard. As long as well, probably not, because it's down to 4 minutes, so yeah, and I'm still hitting the mobs the same way. Yeah, it'll probably be like 1280 or 1270 something. Well, I guess if I keep on going after these mobs, then yeah, it'll be 1300. I just gotta pick up the pace. God damn it. Fucking clicked on the lion on accident. Fast lion in my way. Or whatever the heck it's supposed to, not lion, wolf, excuse me. Can't fucking see what is what. Because my Arthur doesn't have full buffs. I don't have the AT buff on him right now, so he's not one-shotting them. So my killing speed is a little bit lower than usual, which is fine. That's to be expected. Hey, I might just get actually 1300. I don't know if I keep up the good pace and avoid the mobs that I can't one-shot in the turn, or at least get the mobs that somewhat I one-shot in one turn. One shot with the one little sliver left. It's still good enough. So avoid that mob right there, or the one right next to me that wasn't right next to me. Okay. Lag. Zuma Ardana, thanks for the follow on, or the subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, I might just hit 1300. Might just get lucky with it. God damn it, why'd you have to fucking hit the same mob as me? Yeah, looks like I'll actually hit 1300. Fuck yeah. Not too bad. It's pretty good for being delayed at the beginning there. I started about, I think it was 4 minutes late. So I probably would have gotten maybe like 1350, maybe 1400 if I was not distracting myself. 1305 now. 1304. Yeah, there you go, 1305. And if I can actually click on the mob. Yeah, 1305 at the end there. And this would have been 1312. Not too bad. Alright, thanks for watching. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Now I'm just getting prepared to get off of here. There's a lot of fucking star stones, just a various amount of them. There we go. All of them been. What? Oh, I think I grabbed the. There we go. Yeah, it's the platinum coin. Just put away these keys. It was not keys. What the hell was? Oh, training. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was a key. There we go. Alright, see y'all around.